I'm Jason Stahl at Ohio Technical College in Cleveland. I'm here with Kevin Lewis from U-POL. Welcome, Kevin. Tell me what we're going to cover today.
Many are aware of our market-leading, tough, and durable 2K Raptor product system, which is used as a truck bed liner or as an exterior protective coating that can be tinted any color. The Raptor family of products contains a full range of preparation products. We have our Raptor Acid Edge Primer, our Raptor Adhesion Promoter, our 2K Epoxy Primer in aerosol form, 2K Epoxy Primer in a sprayable or brushable kit, 2K Raptor in an aerosol can, and our traction additive that can be used as an anti-slip or an anti-skid application. We are excited to announce some packaging changes which will make it more convenient for shops. The same durable 2K Raptor formula that is currently packaged in a kit with 4-quart bottles and hardener is now available in gallon cans. With Raptor's 3-to-1 mixing ratio, you can now pour the entire quart of hardener into the short-filled gallon can, mix it and spray it all at once for a large application such as a bed liner or full panels, or if you need a small amount for touch-ups, accessories, or texture replacement, you can store it with a mixing lid, such as this one here, on a mixing bank.
What color options are available in gallon cans, Kevin?
Jason, we have black, and then we also have a tintable version. These quart bottles that originally came in a 4-bottle kit with the hardener can now be purchased in bulk separately, and they also have a small bottle of hardener to go with that. So if you prefer to use quarts, you may order as many as you need separately from your distributor.
That sounds like a great idea because then there are a few options for the shop.
Absolutely.
Okay, Jason, what I want to go over is how incredibly versatile the Raptor 2K product is. We are moving over to utilizing Raptor as a 2-coat texture product, a texture replacement product, because a lot of the products that guys are using in the shop right now are a 1K product, and they end up having a lot of issues when they come back to application of base coat and clear coat over the top of that. So when we start moving away from using Raptor as a typical bed liner, which is frequently done with our 726 gun, this is one of our standard application tools that we've used forever with Raptor. It does a great job, but when a professional body shop technician is using this, they're typically looking for a finer type of atomization than we're going to get out of this particular gun right here. So we've got a couple of different options that we can do. The unique thing about Raptor is it doesn't matter how you apply it. You can brush it, dip it, spray it, roll it, pretty much any way that you want to get it on the itself. But when you get into some of these very fine textures that are required when you're doing two-component texture replacement, is you need to be able to have a wide range of atomization features or characteristics that you have with can produce with the Raptor itself. So the variable tip gun is one way that we utilize this. Another thing that a lot of people will do is they will use HVLP spray equipment with a variety of nozzle, needle, and air cap setups. And the thing that we've found that works really, really well is the 3M Performance HO gun with a pressure-fed configuration. And what we've done is we've tied all of this application equipment that people are typically using for Raptor into the wall chart that we produce specifically for the body shop. So the wall chart covers the standard SOP for how to mix, prep, and apply Raptor to the substrate that you're working on. And then we've got 3 different options depending on the type of texture that the individual is trying to produce. So if they are relegated to only using the 726 gun, we have got our option number 1, which gives us the ability to use either the 726 gun or the 4880 gun in a standard siphon feed configuration. And the way that that works is once the Raptor is activated, it threads directly onto the bottle. It's a direct siphon fed gun. You pull the trigger, the material comes out, and you're adjusting your texture based on your inlet line pressure and your distance off the panel itself. That will affect the texture. If we're using option number 1, and once again we're using the 4880 gun, we set the line pressure on the gun, and this tip moves in and out of the head of the gun, and that restricts or increases the fluid flow. It enhances the particle size, makes it smaller or larger depending on whatever the application requires. If the operator is using a standard gravity fed gun, then they are adjusting the nozzle and needle set and the airline pressure that they need to get to achieve whatever that texture is going to be. The thing that I really like about this gun, and really what got us onto this application process for this specific texture coat application, is that with one nozzle set, a 2.0 nozzle set, we can actually pressurize the cup. And it goes into the standard lid and liner system that guys are using in the body shops right now. but it has a pressurized cup. So this is a different cup assembly that goes on the top of the gun itself. And it will pressurize the material and literally push the product from the cup into the gun itself. And we've got a variety of inlet line pressures from very low pressure, 4 to 6 psi, up to a maximum pressure of 15 psi. And that will generate an infinite number of textures that the operator needs to match whatever texture is on the vehicle. So is he using his actual two-coat texture replacement product on rocker panels, door skins, quarter panels? Is he shooting a bumper cover? Is he shooting the fender flares? Is he doing mirror covers, things of that nature? All of those things require different textures. And that's the beauty of being able to use that piece of product or that piece of kit to develop any of these textures that they're looking for. Once they've got the product on the substrate, they allow it to dry for approximately 30 minutes, and then they can come back and they can directly top coat that material with the base coat or single stage of their choice, and then clear coat it if there's going to be a clear coated process.
Mark, that's really great information. What are you and Kevin going to demonstrate today?
Well, what we're going to do is we're going to show how to incorporate the material and the information on our wall chart into an actual application. We're going to use our 4880 gun, and we're going to use a 3M HO performance gun and show how you achieve a variety of textures to very thin to very coarse. Once we've got the material on there, we're going to allow it to dry for approximately 30 minutes, and we're going to apply base coat over the door, including the texture, let that flash off and clear coat it. So you'll be able to see exactly the process that we go through to generate texture replacement on a door, a quarter, a rocker panel, whatever the operator needs to work with.
So Mark, as we're about to get going on this hands-on demonstration, tell me about the mix ratio for the Raptor product.
Excellent question, Jason. Raptor has a 3-to-1 mix ratio by volume, and when we're working with the Raptor extensions that are on the gallons with the mix bank lids on there, it makes it very easy to mix a small amount of material. So for this application that we're going to do, we're going to replicate a texture coat replacement job that would be used on a door on a body shop prior to applying base coat and clear coat. So for this application, I'm going to pour out enough material to put it in there. I'm going to go up to the 3 line on this, which is right there. That's what makes a mixing lid so nice to use. And then we are going to go for the same amount of activator that is required with this. And then we're going to mix these two together very well. And once we get it mixed up, we're going to pour it into the 3M lid and liner system and get this ready to go with the Performance HO gun, which is their pressurized gun, which we found works exceptionally well for applying a Raptor for the professional user. Set the lid in place, put the lock collar on it. And at this point, we're going to hook it up to the gun and we're going to be good to go.
So Mark, we have the Raptor product all mixed up. Tell me what you're doing with application-wise here.
Excellent question. This is where it all comes together in using Raptor as a texture replacement product. So we've got this door, we've prepped it off like it's an OEM door that originally had factory texture on it, and it went from fine to coarse texture. So what I'm going to do is, utilizing the 3M HO Pro gun, is I'm going to run a nice, smooth, fine texture across the whole panel. Then I'm going to increase the fluid flow and drop the air pressure back a little bit, and I'm going to put another coat along the bottom so I can marry the fine texture and the coarse texture together. Once we're done with that process, we're going to allow the material to flash off for approximately 30 minutes. We're going to base coat the whole door, and then we're going to clear it, and then it's going to be done.
Awesome, well have fun.
Absolutely, it's time for you to get out of the booth.
Alrighty. So Kevin, we saw the various textures being applied with the 3M gun and the Raptor product. Tell me a little bit about this gun.
So Jason, what we're going to do now is we're going to use our 4880 Professional Series gun that has a variable tip nozzle so we can adjust the different textures. So we're going to use that with same Raptor product, just in a different packaging configuration, same 3-to-1 mix-in ratio that Mark used on the other product. So this particular bottle will screw directly to that gun. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to go with a medium to coarse texture over the whole section that we have masked off now, and then I'm going to make an adjustment on the gun to allow more product to come out, and we're going to put a coarser texture on there starting at the bottom and blending up, trying to create a nice fade to see the variation in the texture.
Awesome, can't wait to see it.
All right, here we go. So we'll shake the bottle for approximately 2 minutes, and then I'll attach this to the gun and apply the Raptor.
All right, good luck, sir.
All right, thank you.
Wow, so Kevin, I know this is the same 3-to-1 ratio, but I notice it's not black. What's going on?
What we have done here is we have used our Tenable product, which is a translucent color. So when painting over top of the chip guard, you will actually get faster coverage and easier hiding, as opposed to trying to put, in this instance, a silver paint over top of a black texture coat.
Right on.
This is the finished product using Raptor as a 2-component texture replacement product. This is designed to duplicate an OEM finish, and if you recall from when we did the actual application, we've got a very fine texture on top that gradiates down to a much coarser texture on the bottom. The nice thing about the Raptor as a 2-component texture product, you can duplicate any type of OEM texture that's required. It's a fully integrated 2-component system. You can come back, apply your base coat, your clear coat directly to it, and bake it, and it's done. This turns out really, really nice.
Thanks again for being here today, Kevin and Mark. Where can people go to find more information about Raptor products?
Jason, all they've got to do is go to www.raptorcoatings.com.
Awesome, thank you so much.